Hello and welcome to the Infinite Escape Room, the puzzling podcast where a group of geographically diverse pals come together and solve a homemade escape room of the ears. I am Mairi Nolan, and I'll be your host for this week. My fun fact of this week is that my favourite hobby is cataloguing pigeons. This is what I said. I was like, sometimes it's a true fact, guys. You can guess if that's true. And yeah, joining me this week we have...
Oh, did Mike
is it just me or has Mike disappeared?
Mike's gone.
Yeah, no.
Oh, no.
What a time.
All I got was
incredible.
and then just gone.
Great intro.
I think we've got to keep that in. Keep that in.
How far did I get?
You got your,
Just your name.
Oh, wow, really? That was worrying. Excuse me. I'll try again. Hello, I'm Riggedy Diggity Mike Collins. I am bald as a nut with a mighty nice butt.
I can see why it kicked you out. That's like too hot for TV, kind of. And I'm Jamie Gibbs, just a guy walking about this earth searching for that next slice of cheese. And my trousers have tripled in size.
Beautiful. And we're also joined by two very special guests this week.
I'm Marcus Richardson. I make murder sound fun. With
Classic. And I'm Nathan Hicken. I am bigger than a refrigerator, but smaller than a really big refrigerator.
That's a mind blow.
That's great. Are we talking about freezers as well, or just the fridge portion?
Just the fridge portion. The freezer, I think it's a little sketchy.
If you knew Nathan well, you would know, not including the freezer portion.
Oh, yeah.
Just the sense of scale could be terrifying.
Yeah,
like,
American
fridges. Big fridges.
Yeah.
Industrial fridges. He's a large man. You're right.
Oh, yeah.
The camera's positioned just really far away just to give some sort of semblance of balance in the recording.
And those listening at home, you may recognize Marcus and Nathan as the hosts of Aurelius Whitlock's Murder Museum podcast. I was incredibly lucky to join those two a while back, solving one of their fantastic murder mysteries. And now it's our turn to put them through their paces in a series of escape rooms of the ears. But yeah, I'm sure we'll get into that in the pub episode at the end. But I guess for anyone who doesn't know at home, would you guys like to let us know a little bit more about what Aurelius Whitlock's Murder Museum is?
Sure. Aurelius Whitlock's Murder Museum is a podcast where we tell and solve original fictional murder mysteries, taking turns as the storyteller and the detective. And it's part improv, part, scripted story, and we have a lot of fun.
I love that you added fictional in there just to be sure.
Plausible
original
deniability.
murders perpetuated by our own hand.
Here's one I made earlier, and you just bring up slides. Oh, God.
There's a lot of true crime out there, so our real claim to fame, what makes us different is it's fake crime. So
Fake true crime. But you've both got good, true crime voices as well. Like, if I tuned in halfway through an episode, I'd be like, oh, really? With a piano? That's kind of, that's the vibe.
The only problem is we're laughing half the time, which is not very professional.
Exactly. If it was true crime, there'd be ethical issues because we're having fun. And I don't know how much fun people should have with actual tragedy, but
I think you could quite a few true crime podcasts, and they do seem to have quite a good time with them, quite a good giggle. Yeah, maybe that says more about them.
You can hear them smile. You're like, you're loving this.
Maybe judge on Criminal. She has a great day of it. Smiles all the time.
All right. So for anyone who doesn't know how this works, over the course of the next 3 weeks, each one of us will present a part of the Infinite Escape Room while the others try to solve it. And then at the end, we'll all regroup for the pub episode for a well-deserved drink and a bit of a chat on a different topic around puzzle design. But before we get started, we must thank our marvelous patrons who, in exchange for a few bucks a month, get early access to episodes, unedited and unfiltered stuff, and all sorts of bonus shenanigans as well. So this week in particular, we would like to thank Rachel Allen, Colin Walker, and Abigail. So thank you so much for all of you. Without you guys, the show genuinely would not stay on the air. So yeah, that's the preamble. Are you guys ready?
Let's do this.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Then let's enter the Infinite Escape Room. So, After barreling out of the studio, some of you triumphantly and some of you covered in a koala's digestive tract. I'm looking at you, Nathan and Marcus. I have no idea what that means either. Don't worry about it. Not relevant to the puzzle. You distantly notice that the sun is beginning to set. You also realize that this studio you were just in is in a very different place from what you expected. Before you, rising up in front of you, are several large stone monoliths, the sun casting its long rays over the plain. Could this be Wiltshire? If there were any doubt, at the entrance, a large red English heritage sign reads Stonehenge Gift Shop, and a smaller sign underneath it saying, Today, the Solstice Festival. Beyond there in the distance at Stonehenge, you can see some people are gathering for the solstice, but there doesn't really seem to be any way inside other than through the gift shop. So, without any better ideas, the four of you head inside. And I'll briefly describe this room. This is a very normal English heritage gift shop. So, I don't know, imagine very quaint little thing with knickknacks on the shelves. But more specifically, you can see the exit door that leads into the Stonehenge area. It's blocked by a ticket barrier, and I'm going to call it an unassailable ticket barrier before anyone tries to.
A velvet vote.
I can tell from this distance, completely unassailable.
Fantastic. You've got it. You also see plenty of shelves around the gift shop. Some have things on them, some don't. You see a door that says back room, and you can see a front desk with a computer on top of it. What would you guys like to do?
Does this gift shop have any mead? Just want to get that out of the way.
For Jamie, I'm going to say yes. There's plenty of mead. And it's like no one's guarding it. You can go wild on the mead if you want.
I'm popping a bottle in my pocket for later.
So Nathan, Marcus, have you been to the UK before?
I have.
Have you been
Nathan,
to one of the English heritage gift shops?
Yes, I've actually been to this one.
You've been to this one.
No. I'm about to be fact-checked.
Actually, there was a snow globe on the shelf. Thank you.
Yeah, actually, the meat was guarded pretty heavily last time I checked. So
By me.
I remember. Yeah, I have not been. To my great shame, I would love to visit.
There's a very distinct kind of flavour to an English heritage gift shop. It's the only way I can describe it. It's sort of a shop by name only normally. It's normally just kind of like a room near a castle with an incredibly old volunteer at the front. Jam that's been on the shelves, like artisanal jam that's been on the shelves for decades. And then the only thing that's got any movement is mead. And that's because anytime Jamie passes an English heritage place, he just empties the shelves.
Like a hurricane, just blustering through there.
Well, unless there's somewhere else someone is drawn, I would probably start with the desk.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Excellent place to start. You approach the front desk. This is sort of the general area where you would go to pay or buy a ticket or whatever it is you want to do. It is deserted. There's no one here. And you see a single computer. The computer is switched on.
Ooh,
Tell us more.
On the screen.
Well, the computer is incredibly predictably for an escape room. It is locked. It needs a password. You can see on the front of the computer, the username is Avery, Avery. There is a password box, and there is a forgotten password ? Button.
Oh, let's click that. Let's click it.
Amazing. You hit the forgot password button, and rather than the usual one snippet of text, the computer starts reciting a poem, because why not? And I'm actually going to paste this poem for you guys, if one of you would like to read it out.
Marcus, Nathan?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, so there's a chat button on the bottom right.
Mm-hmm.
all right. This riddle begins a well-known name. Remove 5 and 4 remain. Next, find the ash, then split it in half. Of the 2, take the end and discard it last. Shuffle the 3 left behind. My password's the sunshine. There you'll find.
No, that is cryptic. Okay.
A well-known name. Remove 5 and 4 remain. I wonder which 5 you remove. The first, I'm assuming these are maybe a 9-letter word, like Stonehenge. Maybe Stonehenge is too long. So Wiltshire. If it's Wiltshire, I think that is 9 letters.
Oh.
You are welcome to type anything in, by the way. Just let me know.
Wiltshire is 9 letters, so I don't know if it's removed the last 5 because actually that would make sense because then it would be Wilt out of Wiltshire, right?
Yeah, and Wilt is a name.
Oh.
Yeah. That is interesting. And then you got next, find the ash and split it in half, which is interesting because ash is 3 letters. So if you split that word in half, you'll just get what's half an S? Might need some more info then. Should we explore elsewhere?
Okay.
Let's.
Where would you like to explore?
Let's take a look at the ticket barrier. See what's going on there.
The ticket barrier. As you approach the sort of exit and the ticket barrier, there is a very heavy-duty ticket barrier blocking your way. Unfortunately, however, it seems like the ticket barrier is powered off. So even if you were to try sort of forcing your way or scanning a ticket, that is not budging.
Okay, so we presume you need a ticket as well then to bypass this ticket barrier. Interesting.
Can't even give it a good run-up and try and pole vault over the top using an umbrella.
You would hurt yourself. Be like, oh, and Jamie has broken his leg now.
Yeah, don't upset the storyteller. They can say anything about what happened to
Exactly.
This is why you don't poke a stick at God. They get angry. Okay. What else we got?
There are shelves in the back room. So before we go to the back room, how about the shelves?
Fantastic. Alongside one wall, you see a row of empty shelves. In this specific area of shelves, there are 6 empty spaces. It's fairly clear to you that there should be things on the shelves, but either they're all sold out today or the owners just didn't get around to filling them in. On one of the shelves, you see a note, and I am going to paste what the note says in that very same chat. Maybe I can get Nathan to read this one out.
All right.
Or whoever didn't read last time.
That would be Marcus.
Oh.
Sure, I'll do it. Note to self, for the solstice, we need to refresh the stock. Bring it in from the 2 boxes in the back rooms. Don't forget to display everything in 2s and put the correct name on each collection, just like we did last season. When we put the models and a spoon side by side to create the moon, collection was iconic. And who could forget tree? Genius to put the treacle with the puree.
Oh, I see. So it's the first and the beginning and the end of the words together creates the... Oh.
Create a new word.
Nicky.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, by the way, you notice underneath the shelves there is a little sign that needs to be filled out as well. Each sign has 4 blank letters and a tagline underneath. I can describe this, but for your puzzle-solving benefit, I have a link. Mike or Jamie, one of you guys describe what you see. And I should also caveat, it's coming in very hot. I would have designed something prettier, but just suspend your disbelief.
No, wait until you see the chicken scratch shit you've got in the next episode waiting for you.
We don't go for airs and graces on this podcast. We're rough, we're ready to party. This is how we roll. Okay, cool. So we've got our 6 different labels, each with 4 letters, as Mairi mentioned. So we got 2 rows of 3, going top left to right, and then bottom left, right. So first we got it's Gemini season, and on all of these labels as well, one of the blank spaces on each is highlighted in yellow. So Gemini season is the tagline. The second space is highlighted. Then we've got spending Christmas abroad, and the first blank space is highlighted. Then we've got 2 wheels, and the last blank space is highlighted. We've got freshly brewed and hoppy, with the final blank space highlighted. We've got crank that thermostat up, with the final space highlighted. And then choose pescatarianism, with the first blank space highlighted. Interesting taglines on these.
I get the feeling we're going to need... I get the feeling there's going to be a kind of a grab bag of stuff in the back room. Because I'm looking at, for example, 2 wheels, 4 letters. And my first thought is bike.
Oh.
Crank that thermostat up could be cold.
Yeah. Are we going to solve
Gemini
this
season
without the...
Without the
Maybe.
Look at panic in Mari's eyes.
Be like, oh, God.
Well, I do wonder if it's Gemini season will be a month, perhaps. I actually don't know when Gemini season is, but June or July.
June.
Oh.
I'm a Gemini, so...
Should we look in the back room to...
No!
You might as well. I mean,
We're going to guess this and figure it out.
Got new shoes on. I'm not going to wear them out, walking needlessly to the back room.
I'll
Freshly
take
brewed
one
and
for
hoppy
the
beer. Hey, we're getting there.
Oh.
Also,
see
so
the sweat.
just for the sake of setting the scene, the timer here, the like latent timer, is just the fact that the sun is going down, right? And Stonehenge will not be as beautiful if we don't get out of here quick.
We don't want to miss the summer
I make
solstice.
that up?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. Summer solstice.
Yeah.
There's a little festival going on. You got to get in there.
Having been to Stonehenge during the summer solstice, once the sun goes down, that's when people start to get a bit freaky.
But I think you should aim to get out and enjoy Stonehenge before the sun goes down as well, just because it's beautiful. And, Marcus, you haven't been to the UK before. You might like it.
That's so true.
This is the best we have to offer, these ruined stones.
It's expensive jam and ruined stones.
What does it say about a location to peak thousands of years ago?
I mean, that sums up a lot of the UK.
Does.
So should we pop into these back rooms?
Let's do it.
Amazing. You pop into the back rooms, and in the back room you see 2 large boxes packed with all kinds of knickknacks and souvenirs ready to be put on the display. I'm going to paste another link.
Ooh.
Is this the right one? Just making sure I've got it. Yep, and I'm going to ask, I guess, Mike to read this one. You haven't read yet.
Hey, okay, so there's two boxes. In the left-hand box, we see a figurine, a notepad, a juicer, coins, bird box, and bell. And in the right-hand box, we see rubber shield, namesake, brush, cone, and model. And looking at this and our previous assumptions about some of the answers to those things, I think they do line up. So, for example, the empty shelves, it's Gemini season, could, for example, be the juicer and the cone.
For June. Very good.
Yeah, so are we thinking it's the first 2 letters of the left-hand box and the first or the last 2 of the right-hand box?
Yes.
Yeah, that looks good so far. We'll see if that assumption gets challenged in the next one. So if we go for that then, so that would be June. The second second space is highlighted. So we've got U as our highlighted letter.
Hey.
Anybody else care to jump in for the next set?
Ooh.
It's been incredible.
Well, how about the one that we already discussed? If we hop to 2 wheels, then bird box for BI, and then namesake for KE.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
And I assume we're putting these out to help with the display because we're good citizens. And
all volunteer run this stuff normally as well. Okay, so that's an E.
I think the next one really is beer with bell and rubber.
Yeah. So freshly brewed and hoppy, bell and rubber.
Nothing says
Describe to
freshly
me
brewed and hoppy on a shelf than those. Sorry, Marcus.
Tell me, what does hoppy connotate in this context? I'm unfamiliar with that word.
Ooh.
An ingredient in beer is like hops. They kind of look like little I don't know, like buds kind of thing. And I think it is. I mean, I'm not a big beer drinker, but I think it's what makes beer taste like beer. Correct me if wrong.
Yeah, and if you have IPAs or anything like that, and actually American IPAs are quite distinctive for being quite hoppy. You get like different types of hops, like citra hops and things, which are kind of pineapple-y and things like that. They've got a distinct kind of earthy, farty smell. But yeah, they're delicious. You can eat them raw, interestingly.
No way.
Well, no, you can eat them dried. You can't eat them. Well, you can try and eat them raw. Probably come out again. But you can eat them dried, and
things will happen.
Tasty.
Interesting, because I think about hops like when you go to like artisan breweries and stuff, and they've always got like dried ones hanging from the ceiling, and like it looks like kind of crunchy. That's a weird.
It is.
They don't. Okay, interesting.
Well, the next time you see them, just give them a little nibble and
stand on the table and grab a few. And
I honestly wasn't sure if hoppy was like another term for buzzed or drunk or something. But now I know.
I mean, it's a fun thing in British English that you can pretty much take any word and make it sound like a euphemism for being drunk. Oi, lads, I'm feeling a little bit hoppy today. It sounds fine.
I'm absolutely pineappled today.
That works, though. That works. Because that's that
Really
kind of like
works.
spiky, full of juice, and then just green coming out the top.
Listeners, write in. What is your favourite British euphemism for being absolutely trashed?
I do see for the next line, if it was cold, that would make sense because we have coins and we have shield.
Oh, yeah,
I think
yeah.
that cold would work there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So we got a D for that missing letter.
I think the last one, choose pescatarianism, is going to be figurine and brush for
Fish.
Oh, fish. Yeah. So we got an F. And the last one, spending Christmas abroad, Noel.
Oh.
Noel.
I'm so glad you've gone to that one, because I was completely bewildered on that one.
The shelves look fantastic, by the way. Smashed up.
I got unnerd F. I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah. It could be misspelled thunder.
Oh, thunder,
in an anagram. Thunder.
Or maybe Mairi's calling us out just by going, you nerd.
You nerd F.
I feel attacked.
F in the chat.
Press F to nerd.
Oh my god.
I think thunder sounds pretty plausible.
I mean, that's me arbitrarily juggling the letters. I'm not convinced.
As someone whose like biggest puzzle weakness is anagrams, I will take your word for it, Mike. That is,
oh no,
I'm willing to die on that hill with you.
It could be under F, like if there's an F and we needed to look under it. Are we specifically looking for a password right now, or is there a different place that we might need this word?
We have the letters which we might need to do something with to get the password for the computer, potentially. This could be...
Yeah, we've not looked at because there were populated shelves as well, weren't there, Mairi?
Mm-hmm.
We haven't looked at the shelves with bits on yet. We could always see what's going on over there.
I will say that every other shelf in there is covered in a layer of dust. It is exactly as you would expect. Jams, chutneys, meads, little snow globes, things like that. I'll say nothing of note unless for roleplay value.
There are no meads on the shelf.
No meads left.
Those are gone. And my trousers have tripled in size. Jamie, you're audibly clanking as you're walking around the gift shop. Just ignore that. Just my trousers.
I know what voice clip I'm pulling out of this at the end of the edit. My trousers have tripled in size. I'm just going to play that out of context at repeated moments. Your response to everything. Excellent. Possibly my text alert as well.
Jamie, what say you in this very serious aspect of puzzle design? My trousers have tripled in size.
Oh my god, I like your intro. Hi, I'm Jamie, and my trousers have tripled in size. This is... Oh. Man, that's
oh my gosh.
Do we even have to record the rest of these? I want to get to the edit straight away. I'm just the rest of my day.
For completeness sake, just to make sure that we're doing this, can we put the items from the boxes into those holes in the orders that we said previously, and then write down the names in the order that we said previously? Which
were June, Noel, bike, beer, cold, and fish. And we've obviously picked out the highlighted letters, which were UNERDF. Or UNE on the top row and RDF on the bottom row.
Beautifully done. The shelves look great, but nothing happens. They're just shelves.
Okay. Interesting. So we've looked at all the main bits, as far as I know.
Was there anything else in the desk besides the computer? It was just the computer up top?
Just the computer. Nothing else of note. I mean, there's a keyboard, computer. There's a little ticket printing machine, but it's connected to the computer.
Damn it.
Oh, and in the background, there wasn't a power switch for the ticket machine, was there?
No power switch, sadly.
Okay.
Our way in. Was there anything on the way in that we missed? You did specifically mention there was how we came in.
Nothing of note on the way in. Yeah, a little bit of extra world building. Nothing of note on the way in. The door's now closed behind you. There's only two other doors in the room, obviously the back rooms and the way out, which has the big ticket barrier in front of it.
Is there anything on the exit door?
You want to go and look a little bit closer?
I want to get as close as that ticket barrier will allow me.
Okay, fantastic. You go really close to the ticket barrier. Jamie is pressing his full body up against, not budging.
Just like
Exactly. And there's nothing on the door, but in doing so, you notice there is a little panel a little bit loose on the side of the ticket barrier. A little control panel. Would you like to have a look at it?
Absolutely. Just bang it.
Fantastic.
Flap come down.
The flap comes clattering to the floor. Amazing. Everyone's happy. There is a 6-letter code panel on it and a handwritten sign that says, "Stack the shelves first, 436125."
Before we put those together, maybe this will be the solution, maybe not, but I was anagramming these and it is refund. We can get refund out of these
letters. Yes.
You got it.
And that matches the number sequence.
Oh, good.
Yep.
That might well be correct. Would you like
that
to
was
put
my
it
one
in?
shot to sound clever before you put that together. So
Incredible. Okie doke. You put that in, and yep, the ticket barrier springs to life. Little green light on it and everything. I mean, the doors still won't budge, like it's still going to need a ticket, but it is now switched on.
I like that this thus far. Marcus and Nathan basically going to solve this on their own by standing in the middle of the room and just kind of like. Have you ever seen Numbers, the old TV series Numbers?
Yeah.
Where like long division fires out of his head. That.
Incredible. Yeah.
Just
Should
like,
have just been,
no.
you walk into an empty room and
You
Nathan
solve
and
it
Marcus
through
are like,
vibe
"Don't
alone."
worry, I've got it.
So we've basically got the password for the computer still, and this is making me think that we were given everything we needed for it at the outset, which worries me.
Find the ash. That was the part that was tripping us up.
Yeah.
Find
where
the
we kind of
ash.
stopped.
Based on the way that the riddle's worded, find the ash, split it in half, and take the end. That implies that whatever it is an even number of letters, so you can cut it in half. And then it says shuffle the 3 left behind, which implies that the one half you have is 3 letters long. So the word you're looking for is 6 letters total. Could be reading into it a bit too much, but that would give us something we could cut in half, and then whatever's left has 3 letters. But what that word is, I don't know.
The sunshine there you'll find, maybe that's just saying you'll get outside, but I wonder if it could also be like solstice. No, that's not the right amount of letters.
Oh, damn.
Well, hang on. How do we know how many letters we need again?
So, the first part of the riddle, you've got remove 5 and 4 remain. So that implies that it's a 9-letter word for that first bit. Then the second and the third paragraphs say to find the ash, split it in half. So it needs to be an even number of letters to have equal. And then it says shuffle the 3 left behind, implying that whatever you have left has 3 letters. So then double that, you get 6. Could be the wrong rabbit hole.
You clever sausages.
Do we think that the ash is a totally different word than the well-known name that talks about in the first half? Like, where does the well-known name part of it come back into it for the password?
Yeah, unless you combine the 4 letters of the well-known name with the 3 letters from this other part of it. So the password to the computer is total 7 letters. Again, could be going down the wrong the wrong tree for this.
I'd love to hear it.
I mean, this riddle begins a well-known name. So not necessarily is a well-known name, but begins a well-known name.
Remove 5 and 4 remain. I mean, there are 9 members of the band Slipknot. I'm wondering if that's anything.
Do we know how many letters this final password's supposed to be? Like, if we try to brute force it, can we find out how many?
Yeah, Mairi didn't
letters?
say, did she? So can we just spam the keyboard?
You can. Excellent idea. You spam the keyboard, and it seems to max out at 3 letters long.
Oh.
That was not what you were expecting by your face.
3.
No.
So this got to be a tiered thing of whatever we get in the first paragraph. Maybe that leads to the second and the next one.
Oh.
The third.
My other hint was going to be to just describe what you see on the screen again. So the computer is shut down and you see username, Avery, Avery, and then you see a blank password box, and underneath you have your little password poem.
Okay, I think, as it's 3 letters, and this could be me seeing Jesus in toast, but I think you're right with it being maybe a letter per paragraph. if we did the riddle begins a well-known name, Avery's going to know the name Avery pretty well. Remove 5 and 4 remain. Basically, the A. The first letter could be the A.
Okay.
Next, find the ash, then split it in half. So take ash, put it in half. Of the two, take the end, discard it last. Okay, no, I ran out of steam halfway through that. Completely. I was really waiting for the kind of the lights to turn on. I figured if I just let my mouth move for a while and sounds to come out, then eventually my brain would catch up and it would start to make sense. But I've completely fallen off. And it being Mairi as well, it's going to be a real word that means something in relation to this bloody location. It's going to be so frustrating.
On the plus side, mate, you did look like you knew what you were talking about as you were
That can be the bit that makes it to the socials, Jamie, rather than at the end where I disintegrated as a human being. That would be fabulous.
Okay, so the username seems important to figuring this out as well then. Oh, wait a second. Avery is the name. Remove 5. Roman numerals. Remove the V.
Oh my gosh.
There we go.
Flipping Romans. So we've got A-E-R-Y. Those are the 4 that remain. Next, find the ash and split it in half.
It spells year, but that doesn't have much to do with ash.
Yeah.
Oh, Ray.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you take out the E.
I think the password's Ray. Sun Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to type that in?
Yes. Bitterly.
I've got a lot of explaining at the end of this episode to talk about. Anyway, you type the word Ray, R-A-Y, and the computer springs to life.
Yay! Huzzah!
The only application on the computer screen seems to be called Ticket Printomatic. And on the screen, you can see 2 options. You can either print ticket or search for customer.
Ooh. If we search
I
for
feel like
customer,
from all your faces, you were thinking it was over.
maybe, if we search for customer, maybe we get one of those gold VIP National Heritage members that get like the good ticket.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes tour, free druid wrestling, that kind of vibe.
You want to see the real Battle of Hastings, right? It's still happening over here.
This Stonehenge is made out of polystyrene. The real thing's over here, and it's much smaller. I mean, should we just hit print ticket first and see what comes out?
Yeah.
Fantastic. You hit print ticket and it just takes you to another screen. This screen now has 2 input boxes. Type first name and type customer reference number. And then underneath that, there's a little button that says print ticket.
Balls.
Okay. Can we search? Can we go to the back one and to the other screen to look at customers?
Absolutely. You press back and you look at search customer and it takes you to a search screen. You see 1 input box and it reads search by first name.
Avery?
Very good. You type Avery, and yes, Avery does have a ticket in the system, and Avery's customer reference number is 43.
Ooh, one of the first
An
ones.
early adopter of visiting Stonehenge.
Guest to Stonehenge, yeah.
Avery was already there. They just sort of built the gift shop around them. They've always been there.
How old is Avery? If they're the 43rd person to visit this place.
Very old.
As in keeping with most English heritage gift shop volunteers.
Okay, so shall we back out, go back to the print ticket screen, put in Avery as the name, and 43 as the customer reference?
Fantastic. You do that, and it says, error, this ticket has already been issued.
Avery, what are you doing?
Avery's already at the Solstice. I mean, Avery's having a great time.
Okay, who else do we know our own name in this imaginary scenario?
Can I put my name in? Yeah.
You can. I'll just say that all of your names just return an error. You are not allowed to search your own name in this puzzle.
Can I search my
name? You don't exist in this world.
Oh, that's so sad.
You could search John's name, John being the host who's not here.
Oh, let's do John. He's
Are you going to search
Stonehenge.
John or Jonathan?
Let's do Jonathan with the O. Jonathan.
Jonathan is in the system. Jonathan's been here and has bought a ticket, and his ticket customer reference number is 80.
You better not be at this bloody festival. Because if he is, he told us he couldn't make this record in the
Yeah.
shit. I've got words for him when we get to the stones.
Just a thought. I'm wondering if there's going to be some connection between the number and the name. Hopefully not, because that sounds difficult to figure out. But we might need to figure out the name based on an unclaimed number or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Maybe there's just a name of someone that we haven't tried yet. Maybe there's just someone that we can steal the ticket of.
Can try anyone, any name.
Yeah.
Has Camilla Parker Bowles been?
Just first name only.
Oh,
So.
Just Camilla.
Camilla to her
Do you
mates.
want to try Camilla?
Yes,
No
please.
problem.
The old camster.
Camilla, has she been? She has, and her ticket number was 91.
All right. I am convinced that the number corresponds with the name now. Could I put in the name Bob?
You sure can. Bob has been. Oh, Bob's number is 42.
What?
But why?
Bob's
Bob's there
at the
before
festival.
Avery. Bob has been there even longer than Avery has.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, God.
42.
Oh, and that blows apart my theory that it might be something like, and it's never index the alphabet. The answer is never index the alphabet.
I already did that. It did not work.
Exactly.
Great minds fail alike.
Yep.
Oh, man.
How about just BB? If I type in just the letter B, what does that output? Is there a
BB?
person named BB?
BB King.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, there is. BB's here. BB's got ticket number 36.
What? It's getting lower.
So the O in Bob is worth 6 points. And the B is worth 18 points. I don't know if that's... Are we going to algebraize this?
Yeah.
Oh, is one of Elon
You're all, like,
Musk's
rubbing
kids
your
in you?
forehead.
Let me just search for X. Let's see if one of Elon Musk's kids are in you.
Elon Musk's kid is here, and their ticket number is 24.
Okay,
Wait.
so that makes sense. Index
Yeah.
alphabetized ways.
Oh no.
That tracks.
So maybe we are adding the letters together.
It's not going to be
B and
first letter,
B.
last letter again or something, is it?
BB doesn't make sense for 36. Yeah.
Right.
No.
What's going on there? Or that one was 36.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then BOB is 42.
And you'd expect them to be the same if it was first letter, last letter, yeah. Oh.
I mean, could we just put X into the ticket printer with number 24? Just in case
Oh yeah.
mini Elon
Makes
has
sense.
a
Do.
Spot.
You can do, and it spits out an error saying, sorry, ticket's already been issued.
Ah, that means
Ah.
Musk is at the
There's someone
Stonehenge
named
festival.
X.
He's trying to buy the stones.
Babe
So
together.
could it be that we have a number assigned to us and we need a name that matches? Where would we find a number we're assigned?
That's a good theory.
What day was the solstice again?
June 21st. Yeah, if we can just find a bunch of like single letter names, we'll build this alphabet up.
Can we put June in, actually?
June? Sure thing. Give me a second. Has June been here? June has been here. What a surprise. Their ticket number is 75.
What? Interesting.
Oh, I cannot wait to see the spreadsheet or something that's doing
Mhm.
You should see my screens right now.
some arcane
Oh.
function.
For being invited onto the Infinite Escape Room, I don't remember there being requires an understanding of math as a prerequisite for being
Sorry,
here.
we took that off our primer document. Needed to see your CV and what level of maths you got at school.
Oh no.
I might not have qualified.
This is probably
There's
one
an
of the things-
easier way to solve this.
Oh,
But
yes.
sure.
This is one of the things with the listeners who are just like, oh my God, this is obvious. You are
I
too
know.
much in the weeds.
None of our names showed up in the system. Like none of us had numbers.
No, there's no customer in the system for any of your four names yet.
What about your name,
Yeah.
Mairi?
Oh, yeah, you can check my name.
She said yet.
Am
So
I
if
in
we
there?
we need to find the number for our own name, I think is the puzzle here. So we need to figure out the connection, and that way we can, I'm Marcus. If I know my number from Marcus, then that'll get me my ticket.
Gotcha.
Ooh, that's a good shout.
Oh.
But how?
I guess let's try some other names. I guess we still need more information.
Okay, can we try the name Like? Like?
Yes.
A Swedish
can.
tourist called Like.
Strange name, but yep, we'll check if Like is in the system. Like has been, and their ticket number is 68.
Thank you. And
None
what about
of these have broken? Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say their Bavarian cousin Nike.
The Greek goddess.
Amazing. Okay, let's just typing that into
None
the
of
system
these
for you
have
guys now.
broken 2 digits. So I'm wondering if it could be the 2 digits both mean something different.
Nike is 54, by the way.
Thank you.
Okay.
This couldn't be. Could this be like a? Mairi wouldn't make us draw a big graph, would she? Like quadrants.
The others can answer that.
Looking to see if there's a sadistic twinkle in Mari's eye today. Did she wake up this morning and choose violence? Can I search for the name Jim?
You sure can. Let's see. Jim has indeed been. And Jim's number is 38.
Okay. Can I search for one of Elon Musk's other kids? AE.
Mm-hmm. AE. Out of interest, Jamie, do you know how to pronounce that?
Yeah.
No.
sounds like you're trying to swallow, but something gets stuck halfway.
I will tell you that the AE, Elon Musk kid, is pronounced Ash. We'll come back to that after this.
Oh my god. AER. Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
of course. Like
There we go.
Anyway.
Oh, that's how you find the. God
Ash
damn.
has been, and Ash's number is 23.
Okay. Can I try? Hang on.
Huh?
Can I try?
What just happened?
So,
AE is
yes, I went to
23.
search for the letters AE as a name, and the name of that combination, that compound of letters, that's called Ash. Like
Symbol,
the AE
the AE.
encyclopedia, the AE together is called an Ash.
Oh, you learn something every
Is
day.
The ash in the clue from the riddle. So we would, yeah. Damn it!
You got it anyway. Don't worry.
Okay. Can I, in the ticket printing, can I put Jamie and then put 61 as the number?
You have to explain what you're doing.
wanna see if it
Jamie
works
goes
first.
ahead and puts the first name Jamie and 61, and it correctly prints out a
Okay.
ticket.
What?
What?
Jamie's going to go into Stonehenge without him.
Yeah, what the
Jamie's
heck?
going. And Jamie says bye, and Jamie runs through without saying another
What
word.
the
to
heck?
anyone.
So based on what Mike was doing, looking for like and looking for Nike, I basically went, okay, so I need to find the combination of letters that make up the letters of my name. So I searched for Jim and got the one number to get the JIM, and then I searched for AE as a name to get the A and the E, and then just put those two numbers together, added them up. And 61 is my total. So like Mike, if
pretty
you search
clever,
for
so wow.
MI and then search for KE.
I think I've broken
Add them
my.
together.
Jamie, mate, can I just slip under your jumper and slip in with you?
Right on your shoulders.
There's plenty of room in my jumper. The trousers are full, but the jumper is quite spacious.
Yeah, I choose to become Jamie's scarf.
Yeah. Valid.
Is that the way we should solve it for the rest of us? Should I do Mar and Cuss, and or maybe I just do an anagram of my name? I'll do Suckram and see if they have it.
Wow. Funnily enough,
my name
Zach Cram
backwards.
has been. Zach Cram's in there, and Zach Cram's ticket was 58.
Okay, I'm going to type in Marcus 58 and get my ticket and leave.
Oh,
You got your ticket.
Gee, oh my
Suckram.
god.
I feel like this is a type of brute forcing. I feel like there's probably a better way to learn the trick here.
I look forward to hearing
I
it.
love it.
Yeah.
Suckram is a
Anyone
good name.
else want a ticket?
I mean, I guess I'll look up Hannett. H-A-N-N-A-T.
Amazing. Hannett has been, and Hannett's ticket number was 51.
Really?
Who
Yeah.
was
Twinsies.
twinsies to Stonehenge? Crazy.
Go on then, I'll look up Kime. What Kime being up to?
Time Incredible. Kime has visited, and Kime's ticket number was actually also 51, interestingly.
Oh, weird. Cool. Let's hit print on all of those.
Incredible. You all get your tickets. They're shiny. They're wonderful. And they've got a little picture of Stonehenge on them.
Hey! Okay, let's march over to the ticket barrier and pop our tickets in.
Fantastic. You march over to the ticket barrier, you put your tickets in, and it immediately springs open and lets you into the festival. Woo! The door swings open as well. You barely take a step forward before a half-naked man, his body dyed in what looks like woad, runs up to you, shaking a fist. Hey you! You can't be part of the ritual looking like that. Before the ritual starts, make sure you get a sun mask or the ritual won't work. But before you have time to reply, he runs off and disappears into the throngs of crowds up ahead heading towards Stonehenge.
Oh boy.
And with that, you have solved my escape room.
Hooray!
Oh, well done.
I feel like we ended with a real fizzle there. I'm sure we could have figured that out, but anyway.
Not at all. You did so well.
Whether you find the key or punch a hole through the wall, we got it, and that's worth celebrating.
Yeah.
Incredible. Any quick reactions to that escape room? How did you find it?
I mean, I'll say that ending is very different from when I visited Stonehenge. I did not have a half-naked man running up to me. But
what?
You didn't pay for the VIP tour.
Yeah.
That's British hospitality. He's not even part of Stonehenge. That's just a local that got lost.
Great fun. I enjoyed those puzzles. We accidentally tried to brute force several of them, so I enjoyed it. That was a good time.
Appreciate it. It was cool. It was cool watching you brute force. This is valid. It's a valid way to solve them.
Very, very satisfying wordplay on the puzzles there. And it's also a weird sense of satisfaction when you find a solution to a puzzle that isn't necessarily the way that the GM intended, but you still got there. And I feel kind of smart for that. So allow me to bask in my smugness for 5 seconds.
I'll say, Jamie, you did get 2 big kind of swings in there. I mean, for me, it was a game of 2 halves. My confidence started up here. It went up here, went all the way up the roof, and then it's just been down to me half gnawing my leg off in the second half.
No, amazing. You guys did so well. Just to recap on that, as there were sort of 3 main parts to that. You had to power on the ticket machine, which was a little panel that took a 6-digit code. You got that code from the shelves. Part 2 was getting into the computer, and then part 3 was printing out your ticket. And yeah, I think you guys did really well on all 3 of them. I didn't think the riddle would take as long, but actually I feel like in hindsight now there's a little bit of external knowledge, like maybe Ash was a bit of a reach. But yeah, exactly that. The symbol, you got it right. Take away the V, and then you were left with AE side by side, and you were supposed to cut that in half and get rid of the end. And end was capitalized, so it was like the E from end, and then get Ray at the end, and then and just to touch on the ticket printing puzzle, I thought the easy way to solve that would be like, I don't know, figure out what A was, and then Mike tries Mikea and minus is A. That's kind of where I thought you were going to go with that, but I really like the anagram. That was so clever, Marcus.
Okay, so there wasn't. Was it really just each letter had its own value, and we didn't know what the value?
Exactly that.
Okay.
Exactly that.
Okay, I thought that
I tried a few different versions, but that's the one I settled on. Nothing cleverer than that.
Oh my god!
Although you have unlocked Sakram as an alter ego, which I think is a brilliant name.
I'm not sure. I'm maybe a little upset at myself that I've let it slip to the world what my name backwards is. Public facing. Yeah, they all know.
Mairi, for the extended cut, any behind the scenes on the actual making of this one, the things that went into it, anything like that?
Yeah, actually. So I wanted it to be very twee for like little like a cozy gift shop vibes. Another little Easter egg in there is that the names Ray and Avery are 2 people I know that in this week I bumped into, and they were like, "Oh, what are you doing this weekend?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm recording a podcast with the guys from Aurelius Whitlock." And they were like, "That's my favorite podcast ever." And I was like, "Okay, I'm going to slip your names in."
Oh,
cool. Say your names
That's
on
awesome. Oh my
That's
god.
cute.
So, I started with that one actually. I wrote the riddle first, which I thought found that quite fun. And then everything else was kind of like, I've got to put something before the riddle, I've got to put something after the riddle. So everything sort of built out from there. With my style of these, as well as I usually design more. So I originally started with 5 puzzles, then I cut it down to 3 because I thought 5 would be too long, and I think I was right. 5 would have been way too long, but yeah, I think that's kind of where I approach this, and yeah, the this is an Easter egg. We did agree before that we would like slip something in to do with the ritual. So the sun mask is not relevant to my puzzle, but maybe might come back when we get to the ritual. So yeah.
Yeah, I've got some stuff to weave in now to the next one.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Sun mask.
If Mike's is next, then you should make sure that we meet every person that we looked up. So we need to meet.
Oh, I should have written down.
Avery's there. John's there. Musk and his kids are there.
Yeah.
There's X. There's at. Yeah.
John's there as well.
Who's getting a
I need
thorough
to meet
talking to?
Suckram. They're out there. Suckram.
Your alter ego, your dark twin.
We need to get a picture of Mike, and Nike all together in a row.
Yes.
Triplets separated by birth.
Yeah, all of us bald in a different way. Like bald chin, bald head. And the other one just
From the neck down.
yeah, just bald comments. Spitting truths nonstop.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you very much for listening to this episode. Don't forget, you can subscribe to The Infinite Escape Room wherever you get your podcasts for new episodes every week. And you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky at The Infinite Escape Room. If you've liked what you've heard today, please leave us a review or a comment. It not only helps appease the algorithm, but also makes us happy to know you're out there listening. We love you lots, and we'll see you next week on The Infinite Escape Room. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And my trousers have tripled in size.